Hello, my name's Artemis, and just like things in the real world, the furry fandom is full of tropes and stereotypes that everyone just kind of takes as the gospel truth.
Whether it's an outright assumption that everybody just believes, or whether it's just something that everyone just kind of adheres to, there are plenty of these tropes and stereotypes to go around.
So obviously that's exactly what we're going to be having a look at this week. No, I will start off by saying that no, we're not going to be covering the it's all about sex stuff or the they all fuck dog stuff, because honestly, we've kind of covered that to death and it's all, you know, done and we've said it. So yeah, no, we're just going to look at things from the inside, things that we kind of find as the truth, or at least that people believe is the truth within the fandom. So in no particular order, let's fucking dig in. Number 1, all foxes are slutty bottoms.
Okay, this is literally a fucking meme right now, but honestly, can anybody even picture in their head like a dom fox, a top fox? Can you do that? Is that something that comes to you naturally? I don't think it is, and I can see that maybe because of like their slender build and comparing them up against the other species here, like dogs and wolves and dragons and stuff like that, they do kind of fill this slot of twink in our little community. But yeah, it's pretty much a given that anyone with a foxona must apparently be an absolute slut, a fucking cum whore, a bottom of the lowest fucking order, and that's just the way it is. There's no getting around that, okay? You can try your hardest, there's no getting around that.
Number 2, everything relates back to sex. So basically everything that you do in this fandom obviously has to lead back to a sort of horny, kinky side, even if it's not exactly sexual. You know, you're going to have a sort of kinky side, a little fetish, something like that. Maybe you're really into elbows, who knows, something like that. And, you know, yeah, you can get all the artwork you want and say it's all cute, but hey, everyone here is just going to start thinking that you're just hiding it. Oh, they're a bit shy, they're a bit embarrassed, or I'm pretty sure that they're going to nut over whatever the fuck it is I decided they're going to today. I mean, why else would anybody meet up a convention? Obviously, you know, it's all just one big orgy, and that's exactly how it's got to come down to. And hell, you're posting fursuit photos, and you're posting paw pictures that I find sexually gratifying. This is a skit, not an admission. Well, obviously it's got to be sexual, because hell, that's what I find in it. Again, this is a skit, not an admission. Please don't fucking think that I do. Number 3. You have to be gay.
Okay, it's gotten to the point with straightness in the furry fandom that it's kind of like a cryptid, you know? Like, I'm more likely to come across a fucking Wendigo out in the woods than I am a straight furry at a fucking convention. And it's gotten to the point where if you do actually find one, it's almost a tourist attraction. Like, oh my god, look, I got a picture with the only straight furry at this con of like 20,000 fucking people. And it kind of gets to the point where there's also like a mission. Like when people find the straightness in this fandom, they're like, well, this is a queer space, and you know, everybody says they're straight, but then again, so spaghetti until it gets hot and wet. And suddenly it's not a matter of, okay, we're going to expect your feelings, and it's a matter of bend over, bitch.
Number 4, it's purely just gay men. And on the back of that one, you would be forgiven for thinking that this fandom is entirely populated with adult gay guys. Because holy shit, they are like the most vocal and apparent group that you see here. Every single creator you probably like is like, oh, take off the first head and like, oh, it's another gay guy. Is that all we have here? Do we have anything else in stock? Can you check in the back? Can I speak to a manager? Where's all the ace women? Where are they? They must exist somewhere. They do. But demographically speaking, yeah, it seems like that's exactly the biggest group in this fandom. And then, therefore, the assumption is that's all we are. Number 5, it's a young person's game.
So this one's kind of worrying, considering I turned 30 in 2022, so therefore I assume I just hand in my furry license and Artemis just disappears off to live with someone else for a while, because apparently once you get to your 30s, you are officially too old for the furry fandom, and nothing you ever say is going to be valid again. And I get that. I mean, I guess pop culture does move pretty fucking quickly, and it's kind of hard for some people of certain generations to keep up with everything like fucking Fortnite and all that fucking Roblox shit. But I mean, I think it's more just a matter of, you know, when you come into the fandom at a younger age, you want to make a big splash and be part of it all, and you want to just really get yourself out there, and once you've been here a while, you know better than to make waves, and you're just quite happy to stay quiet.
Number 6, drama, just so much drama. Basically, everyone's just bitching behind each other's backs all the goddamn time, okay? Every time you see someone smile into your face, as soon as you turn around, you can assume they're gonna stick a knife in your back. That's just the way it goes here. And yes, we got this lovely beware system that, you know, was kind of made so that, you know, oh, this person's a scammer or this person does really shady business practices. So beware of them and just be aware that if you commission them, you might fall victim to their shit. But now it's kind of turned into, well, they hurt my feelings, big beware. And again, I'm not going to say this is everybody doing it, but holy goddamn shit. Since when did everybody just decide to air their dirty laundry in public and say, well, this person did something to me that I don't like and I don't agree with, and despite the fact there are two sides to this story, I'm just going to fucking put them on blast on social media and try and tear them apart because, I don't know, this is apparently still fucking primary school or some shit. Number 7, fursuits are mandatory for attention.
To be honest, I shouldn't really be covering this point because no one's going to listen to what the fuck I'm saying because, you know, it's just a person here. Whereas if I was just to buy a fursuit and put that on, suddenly what I have to say is going to be listened to, you know, and it's that sort of like you don't win friends with no suit because that's what gets people in. And just adding a fursuit to any kind of content will just boost its fucking appeal and its ratings. You know, you could sit there and lay out the cure for cancer, the cure for global warming and world hunger, but unless you're doing it as a fluffy little angel dragon, I'm sorry, you ain't gonna get fucking listened to, okay? And you better be spending thousands on that as well, because, you know, this is a point of pride to us.
Number 8. Cons are about excess spending, drinking, and fucking. Every single second of a convention must be spent doing something. There is no such thing as rest or sleep or apparently showering to some of you stinky cunts. You have to be doing something. You have to be going into the dealer's den, being completely fucking bankrupt by the end of it so that you can, you know, rush back upstairs to a room party and become a human vacuum cleaner of spunk. Like, this is the only purpose of going there. Spend some fucking money. Go and get laid. Drink like fuck. Drink like you hate your fucking liver and you want to evict it from your body. Because, hell, no one should be able to remember a convention. Nobody should be able to be sober at a convention because then you're not having a good time, apparently. Yeah, that's fucking healthy, isn't it? Number 9, Paws or Moors? You can't choose neither.
Okay, again, I'm covering this one because if we leave it up to Artemis, then we're just going to be here for 2 hours as we just get the biggest paw montage possible. And if you want that, you better join Patreon. But yeah, everybody seems to be one or the other or both, maybe, but nobody here is neither, okay? Some people like paws and think they're cute and fluffy and adorable. Some people like moors and think they're all angular and sharp and cool and vor and all that shit. And some people like both because they just do, because, you know, aesthetic and it's fine. It doesn't have to be sexual, but I don't think anybody really likes neither. Like, actually has an aversion to both because they're both so intrinsically tied to this fandom of ours. And, you know, yes, it doesn't have to be sexual. It's just a thing that people like and include in their artwork. It's kind of like the equivalent of being a dog person or a cat person, you know? Everybody's got a preference like that, and that's okay.
And number 10, numbers basically represent your worth. Alright, we've spoken about this one before, but it means something in a different thing. Yes, numbers are important. They are basically your little badge of, is it worth actually listening to what I have to say? And this goes more for Twitter, I would say, more for like comments and whatnot, because, you know, if you post up a tweet and someone has an issue with it, be perfectly honest, you're gonna have a little look at their account and be like, okay, let's have a look at 2,000 followers. Oh, okay. Oh, I better manage this situation. I better be careful. What was that, 50 followers? Fuck off. No, not even going to pay attention to egg accounts. Hell the fuck no. Like, and a lot of people do this sort of thing. You tend to notice that those with bigger numbers they fucking spread around the same circles and everyone just assumes it. And then also you get the other side of it where someone will keep commenting on something and be like, oh, well, just because I don't have thousands of subscribers, you won't even notice me, senpai. Like, this isn't Meow Meow Beans, for fuck's sake, okay? People will just reply to what they fucking want to reply to. Don't have to just keep assuming that it's just because of this big one thing.
Yes, thank you very much for watching. These are some tropes and stereotypes that we have obviously noticed in this fandom of ours. If you enjoyed it and you would like to support us and also get something cool in return, check out the merchandise because it's right there. And I acknowledge that most of you have probably stopped watching the video at this point and I can probably get away with saying whatever I want to say. So, So yeah, how about that weather, huh? It's fucking, it's grey out there. It's not that pretty. And yeah, I want to get to the US, but borders are shut. And okay, the graphic's pretty much done now. So yeah, have a look at that, and I'll hand over to the dog to say goodbye to, you know, all 5 of you that are probably still watching.
But yes, thank you very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this one. It was entertaining to just, I don't know, rant about it, I guess. Because there are a lot of tropes and stereotypes about this fandom that everybody just sort of is aware of. And it's kind of weird because you're like, well, that's not necessarily true, but I can also see a lot of examples of it. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did and you feel like you would like to support us and help us keep making what we are making, then hey, look at that. There's a Patreon thing that's covering up that paw pillow, which by the way, yes, is available. So have a little look. And yeah, what we're going to do this week, well, we're going to ask, what have I missed? Are there any other stereotypes or tropes that you think I've missed out, or that, you know, you've also noticed in this fandom? Comment them below. Let's get a bit of a discussion going. That would be cool. But yes, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Goodbye.